Indeed.
All right. Now it's on.
The other way to do that was to click start stream on that.
Oh, no, you can do click there.
Well, yeah.
All right. Welcome back for another code review for the AStartup Mission Control Center open source project on GitHub. And today for the code review, we were joined by a bunch of furries. Here's one of them. You took that. Hey, man, it wouldn't be a proper live stream with dad and son unless I made fun of you. Right? All right, so what are we doing today? What have we got for you? We are doing the AStartup Mission Control Center on GitHub, so that you can find that one at github.com/AStarStartup/ Oh, wait, hold on. Why is this? Sorry, the console's in the way, and I just noticed that the console is in the way of the thing. So let me get rid of that. All right. GitHub.com/AStarStartup/AStartupMCC. And to see the issues, you click over here on the issues. We're working on issue 20, or completed issue 29. The problem was that currently all I can do is select a dummy GitHub account, repo, and issue ticket, but I cannot clock on and off. So what does that look like? So I downloaded the old one. And so that one's pound 28. That was the last mission. This is the current one. So last time it looked like this. So I could select one of my accounts. This is the dummy account, just a JSON object. And then I could select the issue. But I was not able to clock on. So the solution is to define the login system format, add a clock on and off button to the pop-up widget, and start logging timesheets to the JavaScript console. The first step is to just print out to the console when you clocked on and clocked off. So how would you go about doing that? So we have, here's the result. Now we have a repo. So this is the one from the last mission. Now we can select the repo down here at the bottom. I don't know why it's down at the bottom. I don't think that's really part of this mission. So then we would click. So hold on, we need to generate an issue ticket, which is basically, or a session ticket, which is basically an issue ticket. So and then we add one of these, and we select start session, and then we can click start or break and stop break, and we can go back and forth to start break and stop break, and then we end the session, and then it goes back to session 0. And that's pretty much it. So what else can I do? What is enter SSID? Or sorry. What is an SID? So what's foo? And then we're going to do bar. Okay. So to inspect it, we're going to right click on that. We're going to go to inspect. And I guess we have to have, oh, that's going to make, nope, it didn't make it go away. So we're going to go over to the console, and then this is some debug stuff. So does it print? This is just debug stuff. And what happened there? Is that the console that we're looking for? That doesn't really look like the console that we're looking for. So let's look at the console for this, like the service worker. Let's look at the code. So here's the mission selector code. Where's the entry point to this? In the pop-up, right? The app. So I have my thing sorted in a view model controller sorting, kind of. I should say a controller is anything that is a TS file. I mean, honestly, you could name the file TS. It would be just as fine. I named it CTLR or control. CTLR. Maybe I should do CTRL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make more sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's a pop-up widget, right? And then I have this session punch clock view. And I don't like the number of props that are going in here, but it's not crazy yet. Whenever you have more props than this, you're going to use a different technique, like a use context, or you might use it. You might just do it a different way. Okay, so here's the log on. So it's supposed to say clocking on to session. So let's look here at the inspect thing in the console, and can we find that? Oh, it does. It says it right up here. Okay. So it says clocking on at a certain time. And then, so we, what's the start mission? Dang, I wish it wasn't spitting out all this debug information right here. It's too hard to see it. So what does it say? Stopping break. So I only have session and I do not have the mission. But what does that do? Why does it say start mission? Well, does it look like I completed the mission? Let's look again at the we don't want to do any more work than we have to. We gotta rather program the extension. Oh, where's that? Come on, get out of here. What am I supposed to do? Can clock on and off the dummy log, which is the console. And so I did not start the mission. I just said clock on and off, not start mission, right? Yeah. Okay. So I don't have to have that. Is this the mission button? Where's the mission button? Down at the bottom. Start mission right here. And then where's the... Oh, wait. Does this one? It does say starting mission. So I guess we can look to see here. All right.
Yep.
So you think I can finish the mission? It does say starting mission here.
I mean,
Can't start the mission. Can I stop the mission? Oh, it doesn't replace it with the stop mission. Wait, hold on. Wait. To begin the session. Wait.
Okay.
Don't I have to like select one of these? Right? So end session and then. Wait, how did that mission thing pop up? I'm not sure exactly how it popped up, and why does it say cancel? Well, I'm not sure exactly what that thing is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of looks done to me. You think it looks done? Well, hey, at least you just we're just being nice and just say, oh yeah, sure, whatever he said. It's a good thing to go look at the code. Take it over yourself, dude. Do you have any questions about how it works?
Nope.
There's just a real simple component.
Yeah, looks pretty easy.
Well, selecting that repo issue ticket was harder for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What was hard about this? Well, I finished it relatively quickly. I'd like to put out code reviews, a couple times a week. That'd be ideal.
Yeah.
Cool code reviews are cool.
Yeah, I think it's looks done.
All right, cool. Oh, totally. Hey, look, we got the wrong scrolling marquee on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is why we need this thing, this AStartup Mission Control Center, because this shouldn't happen. Right?
Yep.
It absolutely should not happen. Should not have a script 2 marquee with the AStartup Mission Control Center, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm doing pound 102. Oops. Hey, I biffed it.
Oops.
But hey, at least we got it going. It's a little bit late, but that script 2 thing's been gnarly, bro.
Yeah.
So what's the next step? Let's look at the, where's the... Okay. I mean, the most useful thing would probably be, for the next step, would be to save the log to something. I mean, that could be on my website. Or that could be oh, am I like... Oh, probably should have had this one. Or, oh shoot, the other camera's down, dude. Actually, that might be one of the best solutions. Dude, what's going on with the cameras like that? That other camera wasn't going down, was it?
This one? No.
D. It's got a mic in the way. That's the problem.
That one, yeah. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that unless you put the mic lower.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have a mic near us, dude. I mean, I've experimented around with like different positions around here to put mics, and it's just too difficult. I mean, maybe if I had a boom mic going on out here. Yeah, they're all wrapping out. Man, I really don't like that. It really upsets me that the cameras are going down.
Well,
I spent all my money on the cameras, and I can't just like keep buying cameras, and it's just upsetting that the cameras are messing up, dude. I don't know if it's my capture card. That thing's $400 new.
it would look a lot better if you use the green screen instead of the AI green screen. But for
I have zero. Yeah, but then I couldn't do this angle.
Yeah.
I couldn't do any of these angles. The only way I could do it with is the AI green screen.
Okay. What if you like merged it to be half green screen but like AI?
There's just no need for it. It's just not that kind of a live stream. It's like I don't have 100,000 people out here watching my indie news broadcast, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, if I was doing that, I would definitely be buying really expensive box cameras for the studio. Or maybe not. Maybe I might just stick with these Makos, dude. I don't know. The Makos are pretty good. This is the Avaya. I couldn't tell you if the Avayas are messing up or what. If it's the might be the USB power supply that's going out, dude. Because I did get it for like $5 on Amazon. I don't know what to do. Everything's just like a really pain in the butt. It's really in the net. It's expensive. Individually, everything's cheap. All right. Well, hey. The next one is going to have to be determined later because I guess I didn't clock on and off the dummy log. Does it make sense to make the next one clock on and off to an actual log? What about? I mean, there's GitHub. So in order to sync it with GitHub, I'm going to have to load the session ticket along with those header tags, this thing, so when I can add the these headers, session, the mission heading. And mission. What does it say? Mission heading. Mission heading. I think it's session focus and mission. Yeah, mission heading makes sense, and then session focus. Okay. Well, it's either going to be that I'm going to add the GitHub integration, or I'm going to add the OBS integration because I have to change the stuff in OBS. And in order to change the stuff in OBS, I'm going to have to do a WebSocket through the local host. You know how like when you're opening the web server, you do the local host?
Yeah.
:3000 for Node?
Well.
Yeah, well that is basically localhost it's called a loopback address. It goes to your own computer. So this makes it so you don't have to like give your IP out to a website to like link up your Chrome extension with OBS. If OBS is on localhost and Chrome is on localhost, then you can route it to itself.
Yeah.
So that's WebSockets is what you use for that. A little bit more advanced, but old and really basic and not that advanced. All I'm trying to do is one, I want to automatically update the mission. to, the mission 29. This thing, I should not have to do this.
What, 29th mission?
Yeah, this I want to select through the Chrome extension. I never, ever, ever want to touch that ever again.
Oh.
I hate editing.
Why?
Because it takes time and I forget. I want to select which Git repo I'm working on in Chrome. In the hold on, I use Firefox. So in the browser extension, we are targeting Chrome first just for simplicity of development. But converting a Chrome extension to a Firefox extension, if you don't use anything out of the ordinary, is a trivial task. So that'll come at some point in time. But we want to be able to change all the stuff on here from one screen. So I'm not sure if I want the license to continue to be on there. I think a simple copyright notice does that. It doesn't really pique people's interest, I don't think. I think it just looks like a blob of text when it's small and that you can't read it. And it covers up stuff. So what are the things that... So I don't want to put TypeScript in the title. So look at the title of the YouTube. Wait, oops. So this, you know how it says live coding here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think it should be there. So if somebody's looking for live coding, then they're probably looking for a specific language, and they aren't necessarily looking for it to say live coding. Wow. But you should be able to tell from the thumbnail that it's like C++ or TypeScript. You know, like maybe you throw the logo TypeScript or throw C++ clip art in the thumbnail, because it's like, look at this from how small this is. This is a really good lesson in how to manage a YouTube channel. Okay. So I don't get very good views because the business is a clusterfuck, because I have way too much stuff going on. It's hard for me to get stuff or get around to updating things because, you know, I didn't have an expert teach me. I taught myself. So these are the things that you learn because, you know, I look at the statistics and I look at other people's videos, and you look at the video and then there's one thing that's drawing you into the thumbnail thing. I'm a photographer, so I notice these things. It's the same rules as you have in any photography basics 101 class, dude. There's something that's drawing your attention into the thumbnail for you to look at. And that thing, when you draw it in, to draw your interest enough for you to click on the video. It's really just nuts and bolts, dude.
Is that why you put a bunch of furries on your thumbnail?
I'm just being funny, you know. Probably not the best thing because there's a lot of people that are like gonna be like having like weird ideas. But yeah, that would probably be why I put the furries on there, because it's funny and you would be like, oh, there's furries. Okay, what's going on with this guy's like live coder? And they're like, what do you think, like some leptoid or something? Definitely not. It's just funny, you know? Yeah, I don't understand why people hate on furries. It's kind of like bashing on incels, where it's like there's a group that you could portray as creepy, and then you're gonna have a bunch of people who are trying to make themselves feel better about themselves by bashing on the people who are lower than them on the totem pole. You got to recognize when people are punching down, dude. And they're punching down because it makes them feel better about themselves. They're like, yes, I'm the good guy. I'm not one of the bad guys that everybody's making fun of. And this is when you'll see these like really, really overweight women on like some podcast talking about how they'll be like bashing incels. It's like they themselves are extremely ugly. No dude that I know or hang out with would ever want to sleep with this chick. But this chick straight up is delusional enough to think that she deserves a rich dude who's got, 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 feet tall. It's because they have low self-esteem. And you put them in this situation where a normal person would feel insecure about themselves, but it's like they have clearly had too many people sleep with them because they're too cocky. Mm-hmm. It's like they know they could sleep around and they could find some dude to treat them like a woman. And then therefore they have to live up to this standard. They can't just recognize, look, really, 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 really ugly here. They have to bash on the incels so they can not have to admit that they're really ugly. It's actually really pathetic. Now that I've told you, you'll see it next time you see it. What's that podcast that people say they're like bashing women on that? Not starts with what? The Whatever podcast, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Watch podcasts.
They're pretty popular. They always have Andrew Wilson from The Crucible on, and like he's right a lot. He's kind of annoying, but he's annoying in like a really goody Christian from the Midwest way. And he smokes cigarettes nonstop. If you ever lived in Missouri, you know the type.
Oh yeah.
They drink too much booze. They're always got cigarettes going, and they're like some expert philosopher who just can't stop arguing with people, and they're so annoying because they can't stop arguing, but they're right a large percentage of the time. But then when they're wrong, they're like bullish and they're really annoying. I think that's pretty fair description of Andrew Wilson. All right, well, hey, let's stop this live stream talking about politics.
Okay.
So, hey, tune in next time. Thank you for helping me out, David.
Okay.